Okay, so we're not on the radio station right now. Where are we?
We are at a coffee shop in the Bloor West Village community in 11 Division where I work. This place is called the Coffee Bouquets, and it's run by my friend Victor.
Okay.
And Victor made some great artisan coffee for us, which goes really great with my Mike Harperelli artisan guitar.
Right.
And
now, before anybody gets confused, by the way, Stacy here, 93.5 The Move, Detective Constable Rob Tajti, and you are running something that's pretty awesome. And first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me and inviting 93.5 The Move to be a part of this. Music Not Mischief has been going on for 9 years.
Yep.
9 years.
9 years. We started in a single high school in Parkdale back in 2008, delivering lunchtime drop-in guitar lessons to the kids there, and typical of all police youth outreach programs, it was all based on the adoption of the anti-crime, anti-drug, pro-community message. And in that time, we've grown to deliver the program in 5 different regions across southern Ontario, Niagara, Hamilton, Durham, Kawartha Lakes, and us here in Toronto.
But this was the flagship. This was the...
It all started here in Toronto. It was a partnership that was started by myself and Mike Harperelli, the CEO of Harperelli Guitars, who's our equipment sponsor.
Actually, can you just... you got to see this guitar. It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, so Mike Harperelli made this for me.
Okay.
It's one of the things I'm lucky being sort of the rock star cop is I actually have a guitar sponsorship.
Right.
But Mike Harperelli made this. It is the 001. It says on the nameplate in the back, the 001 of a 20-run production that Mike has done. This is a hand-built. It is period corrected. Some of its finish. It's a nitrocellulose finish. Back to the 50s Fender Telecasters, but this has all kinds of high-tech guts inside, and Mike made this especially for me.
Okay. Now, here's the way this is working from what I understand, because this is my first time going. We are going to be getting together Wednesday, April 26th at the Mod Club.
That's right.
You, me, you're going to have 2 bands there, so Little Sunday and Trace 9, which are Ontario bands.
Yeah, they're Ontario indie bands.
And how many kids? Because the deal is, of course, these kids that you're mentoring, it's sort of one thing to have a relationship with the Toronto Police, but you're allowing them to be a rock star for the day.
Yep.
And how many kids are involved?
We've got 12 kids that are playing guitar this year. We've got a young lady who was invited to come out to actually do something special and open the show with her vocal talent, and so that's going to be really interesting. So we got to keep it fresh and throw new stuff at the audience each year.
Sure.
And you are going to be our very talented MC this year, and are going to stand up there and introduce these kids. And
I don't know about the talent. We'll see how that goes.
You talk all day for a living. I'm sure you can do this.
I do. I can't do that, though. That's for sure. So the whole point of this, though, is to, I guess, give kids what? A new lease on life, or is that a little extreme to say that?
Yeah, no, we talk about the fact that we reach out to at-risk youth, and it's my belief that all kids are at risk nowadays. When you take a look at the thousands of negative media messages that they can pick up, that we as parents are extremely challenged when it comes to wanting to keep our kids within the context of the vision that we have for them. So I make no bones about the fact, and as unpopular as the paradigm might be nowadays in today's political environment, that this is a program about giving kids the opportunity to be a rock star for a day, and with the understanding that real rock and roll rebellion is about hanging out with the cops and living a drug-free life, as opposed to being part of the statistical norm where most kids are leaving high school having had the recreational drug use experience.
I have to say, I like that you are humanizing the badge, and you're here as an officer, but you're here as a parent, and the fact that you talked about having that sort of personal connection makes things a little bit more comforting, I think, for any of the kids that are becoming involved, and any of us that get to come and watch this.
Well, I'm a bit of a silly individual myself, full sleeves of tattoos and funny rock star facial hair this year.
But cops are allowed to rock. You can rock.
Absolutely. Well, that's the thing that I think that is most enamoring to the program. You look at the archetype and the authority behind policing, and the fact that we're actually doing the archetypal rebellion and the whole rock and roll thing. And I think just conceptually there's a real sort of a real compelling counterpoint to that. With kids, to be able to reach out to them and think, who are these crazy, creepy old men in these funny uniforms that are actually making us do this really cool stuff, and getting to hang out with real rock bands and playing on the big stage at the world famous Virgin Mobile Mod Club. It's it's an opportunity to be a rock star for a day and live a better life as a result.
I think it's also great for those of us that get to watch this. This is going to be an all ages event too, so if the kids aren't on stage, kids can be brought to the Mod Club for this.
This is
right?
the perfect event because not only is it all ages, it's free.
Yes.
And for the responsible parents, you can actually imbibe and have an adult beverage
Wow.
at the same time. So it's perfect for everybody. It's
Yes.
the best of all worlds.
Hooray for Ubers and designated drivers and the TTC within the city to allow that to happen. So the kids can be there, and we as adults, if we wish to partake, in a few drinks, we're allowed to do so
Yes.
safely as well.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
what time is this running on Wednesday?
Doors open to the public at 7 p.m. The show starts at 8.
Okay.
And I imagine the show will probably run about 2 hours. We've got, like I said, 12 players, a couple of surprises along the way, and I think we're running 20 or 22 songs in the set list this year. So,
Wow.
So it'll be a good time.
It'll be some good rock as well, by the way. And the other thing that I like about this, again, the station we're at, 93.5 The Move, does play, R&B and hip hop, but I think music's universal. One of your judges, for example, is a country artist.
Marshall
and,
Dane.
Yeah, and you got the guy there from C Spot Run. I mean, so the diversity of who you're bringing together for
We've got
music
Dale
taste.
Harrison from the Headstones,
Crazy.
Chris Broadbeck from C Spot Run, Marshall Dane, who's been a friend and a supporter of the program since our very first year, great country music, Canadian country music artist, and a good friend of mine, even a once upon a time martial arts student of mine. That's
a whole other chapter we're going
That's
to
a
chat
whole
about.
other part of my life.
Okay.
We've got great judges who are coming out and embracing the program, embracing the kids. Little Sunday and Trace 9 are two huge Ontario indie talents, and we've been working together for almost a decade now, and I can't say enough about them. All of us brought together in the Mike Carparelli musical family. So it's one other group I want to talk about is our funding partner. Our program is funded by the Tyler McGill Memorial Benefit. Tyler McGill was a 22-year-old guitar enthusiast, and at the age of 22 in 2007 was murdered in a McDonald's drive-thru in Scarborough on his way back from the Beaches Jazz Festival. And since his death, his family and friends have been putting together a yearly charity rock concert in order to raise money and keep Tyler's memory alive. And that money comes to us to continue to reach out to kids and with the musical message and in Tyler's name. So.
Bittersweet, but the message and the fact that it's bringing everyone together is pretty solid. That's good for them. Good for them.
We have good people. We have good partnerships and good people. I can't say enough. I can't thank my partners enough. Mike Carparelli, the bands that I work with, George Diaz and Bruno Sinopoli at the Mod Club, who donate the event outright, and who, on top of everything else, are actually donating the meals, the lunches for the kids this year at the event, and continue to offer more. The Toronto Police supports us. Inspector Chris Potty, my boss, is a big
We
proponent.
like Chris Body too.
Big proponent to the program, and is actually going to be sitting on our judging panel as well this year.
He's
so.
actually the one that had come to me about this. But you have a lot of officers that are in behind this because they're the ones that are working with the kids, right? As well.
Yeah, I'm just one of, when it comes to the front end of the program delivery, I'm just one of many. I hold the reins and I have to do the daily heavy lifting for the program. But when it comes to delivering the program and reaching out to the kids individually, Randy Arsenal, Craig Davies, Melinda Mantle, the officers of the 14 Division School Watch program, heroes, every one of them.
Yes. So not only are you putting this together, but you are going to be performing as well, right? We'll see you on stage.
I do my best to be just a little bit selfish each year and get to play rock star myself.
Nice.
This year I was actually supposed to sing. I've never been a singer, but last year, and if you go to our website, musicnotmischief.com, you can actually hear me sing and proposed to my wife on stage last year, so I've actually learned to.
What are you going to do to top that this year?
I don't plan on doing anything myself
sure?
to top that.
You bring in some, because that's pretty solid. That's great.
Yeah, but I've actually learned how to sing, and I became a competent singer. And then 2 days after our rehearsal last month, I blew my vocal cords out, and I've got laryngitis, and I can't sing. So we've had to rewrite the script and around the fact that I won't be singing this year. I'll just be playing.
That's actually why we're here now, because we were supposed to chat about this a little bit earlier. It was like, we can't talk if you don't have a voice. I appreciate the fact that you're like, I don't want to strain this anymore, but I do appreciate the fact you're taking a moment to talk about this because this is an important event, you know?
Oh, you're not imposing on this. Thank you. The privilege is mine, and I appreciate you giving me the place to have this.
Well, maybe we'll break format on the 93.5 The Move, and when you have your voice back, you know, we'll, instead of R&B, maybe we'll go a little edgier and see if you can sing for us.
Well, hey, okay, I'll tell you what. A musician who I keep on trying to reach out to is formerly a Hamilton-based guy who's actually really competently brought a lot of urban elements into a lot of rock stuff. Canadian musician by the name of Mark Casbrick. He has a band called Red Light King, and check out some Red Light King stuff. And that was actually a Red Light King a song that I sang to my wife when I proposed to her. So.
Is that what won her over?
I don't know.
Little R&B, you know, it gets people in the mood. You just anyway.
I don't want to say she likes the boys in the band, but she's a fan of live music. So.
Well, you know what? She's got a little bit of everything with you. You know, the good heart, the community support, the rock and roll, and being an officer and keeping us safe. That I would like to say thank you for all of that. So
I appreciate it.
Really happy to be a part of this, and you can be a part of this as well. So we are all invited. It is a free event. Again, we will see you. It's about a week or so away. It's coming up
6
on.
days.
Oh gosh, no pressure. April 26th, Mod Club, 8 to 10, or doors open at 7, but the show will start at 8 o'clock, and all ages. So we'll see you out there. Thank you very much, by the way, Rob. That was awesome.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. I'm going to hear a little bit of that, and thank you for your time.